Hi everyone, my name's Evan Gajkowski. Superintendent Jim Becker asked if I would make a little video because we couldn't do anything in person and that it would take too much time. So I just wanted to run through some of the things that the current data of COVID-19 and as well as to give you guys some information on the Moderna vaccine. So right now there are 102 million cases globally and over 2.2 million deaths. You can see that the United States has the highest global cases at 26 million. India is second at 10 million. So the United States is not doing very well. We have 4% of the total population of the world, but 25% of the amount of cases. And you can see our death toll there at 440,942 deaths as of this afternoon, Sunday, January 31st. In the United States, this is just give a little heat map of the United States and where the majority of cases are per capita. And then a finer look at Pennsylvania. So 846,046 cases with total deaths in the Pennsylvania are 21,617. I want to stress the importance of how significant this disease is, and it's not to be taken lightly at all. So the United States is working, kind of getting in the right groove of things with our vaccinations, and the mission has obviously become more urgent as there's more variants that become available. There are currently 49 different variants of the COVID-19 virus, and we'll go through some of those and the ones that are most prevalent. Since the vaccination distribution on December 14th, 27 million dosages have been administered, reaching 6.9 the total U.S. population. And we're doing about 1.3 million shots a day. This just looks at how much of the population has been vaccinated. If we look at Pennsylvania, we're pretty high up there, the fifth top state of percentage of population with at least one dose, 6.1, 2 doses, 1.5, and then the doses administered and doses distributed. There at the top, obviously it's half because everybody has to get 2 dosages. So the different types of variants that we're seeing with COVID-19, basically the outside of the cell has these proteins, and the proteins are which attach to your cells and allow your body to become infected with COVID-19. So there are many different variants, but there are a few that are more significant, meaning they are spreading further and there's a larger amount of those cases being identified. So the first one in the United Kingdom that we've heard about is a new variant, B117. And it's been reported in the United States since December 2020. Now these variants or viruses are just mutate, they become more potent and infect their host. Same thing with the South African strain. It's B1351, and this variant has many mutations itself. There's actually 17 mutations of that one alone, and that's been in the United States since January, since this month. And then Brazil has the other one. There are also 17 unique mutations of the Brazilian strain. And basically we talked about the spike proteins becoming more variant, and it's been detected since January. So the goal is to be able to try to vaccinate as many individuals before these variants become prevalent and we can't fight against them. However, both vaccines, Pfizer and Moderna, are effective against these variants. 2 vaccines so far and a third on the way from AstraZeneca. And another one from Johnson & Johnson should be out within the next couple months. It'll help boost our vaccination rates. So the 2 that we can get right now are those mRNA vaccines. The Pfizer one, which a lot of the senior employees and nurses that I've worked with have received that, and then as well as other employees, and you guys have all received the Moderna vaccine. So the FDA use these for emergency authorization, and they have the same safety standards as all vaccines. So just to look at, this is the data that they went through for the trial. The Pfizer, 45,000, Moderna, 30,000. It goes down the list there. One group got the vaccine, the other group got placebo, which is just saline. And then they exposed them to the virus and sent them out they both showed Pfizer was 95.2% effective, and the Moderna was 94.1%. So that's hugely, hugely important, because the efficacy rate in many other vaccines are a lot lower, such as the influenza one we get every year. It could be anywhere from 20% to 45%. So low efficacy rate for those. This is very high. And the fact that if we can vaccinate a majority of the United States and as well as the world population, we can even eradicate this thing in a couple of years, which is pretty remarkable. So these vaccines, what they do is they take a piece of the RNA, which is inside the spike protein cell. It gets the DNA and then attaches it to the cells and replicates that, and it triggers a reaction. And this immune response helps so that cell doesn't attach with the proteins, doesn't attach to one of your host cells and make you become infected. The mRNA vaccines do not affect or interact with your DNA in any way. They are new, but the technology is not. It's been around for quite some time, and they've been also studied for other infections. So some of the side effects, this is after the second vaccine. Many people have been concerned about, I heard about the second administration of the vaccine. The side effects are very bad. What are the percentages of those? And the injection site, obviously you're going to get a needle in your arm, so it's going to be painful. It's going to be around 90% of the people said that they had pain around the injection site. Fatigue, around 68%. Headache, muscle pain, joint pain, chills. And only severe side effects were 0.2. So those severe side effects, meaning calling in to work the next day sick, inability to go about your regular day without these mild side effects. So there's 2 shots needed, obviously. We know that there's more common side effects after the second dose because your body's eliciting that immune response. And the side effects, again, are fever, chills, muscle aches. There's no safety concerns. Nobody died in the trials. Nobody was severely hospitalized during the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine trials. So what it can do, it can help you create an immune response against the virus, keep you from getting severely ill. Even if you do get COVID-19, which we don't know yet. That's why we are still wearing masks after we get vaccinated. We're not sure if we get the virus and then if we can give it to someone else. And it can continue to protect your family, your coworkers, and for us, our patients. So there's obviously a higher risk if you get the disease than getting the vaccine. And again, we should still continue to cover our nose and mouth with a mask, avoid close contact, clean and disinfect and wash your hands. Some of the facts, the mRNA will not give you COVID-19. So if you get the vaccine, you will not get COVID-19. They do not cause you to have a positive test result. There's a possibility that it may test positive with some antibody tests, which show previous infections, but this would indicate whether the vaccine triggered an immune response to your body, and they may have some level of protection against the virus. And obviously, people diagnosed with COVID should still get the vaccine due to the severe high risks associated with the facts of the person becoming infected with the virus more than once, which is potential. The virus should the vaccine should be offered regardless whether you have had COVID or not. and we do not know how long someone is protected from getting sick again and recovering, as well as we don't know how long the vaccine is good for. It's looking like that we're going to probably get a booster in the later fall of this year. After everybody goes through and gets their initial dosages, will probably be part of your regular seasonal influenza vaccine. You'll get your seasonal COVID vaccine as well. So that's some of the things we'll be looking at and doing and pulling some data for. So that's all I have.